Hey guys, so about the Modern Styles 1, I've chosen Wynton Marsalis as my trumpeter. He's an astonishing musician and is very important. It's one of the most important characters in jazz, I think, mainly for the work he's doing on keeping it alive. And he's also one of the most amazing trumpet players ever. He's got the technique, you know, it's classical and jazz and everything. He's amazing. I started off by transcribing a couple of solos from his early career. One of them is "How Deep Is the Ocean" from one of his first appearances with Art Blakey, which is live in Sweden, actually, Stockholm, in 1981, which is cool. He's only, I think he's 18 years old at that time. And then I also did a song called RJ from his first album in his own name, which came out the next year. And I found out that he was a very big fan of Miles, and I went through some Miles stuff, and you find a lot of resemblance, especially during Miles stuff, like in the 60s. So I transcribed part of one chorus from 7 Steps to Heaven from the song with the same album. And it's very, very similar, some of the things, like the way they sound, the way they phrase, like this chromaticism that Miles do, like that stuff, like moving seconds chromatically. Wynton does the same thing, but Miles, I think I even like copied 1 or 2 bars, because he kind of did the same pattern, which is fine, you know. But it's cool to dive into this and realize those things. But yeah, it's very similar, and also like the way Wynton, just the way he portrays stuff, especially at this time, in his early years. He has like the same curve, the same flow, like he does these fast lines, a little free bop like a little all over the place, but there's still I would say there's even more sense to what Wynton's doing, because he's got more technique than Miles. So but it's the same type of language, which is very cool. Yeah, and if you just listen to RJ, which is on Spotify, as well as 7 Steps to Heaven, I think it's very similar. How Deep Is the Ocean, though, that's on YouTube only. I couldn't find it hardly anywhere. That was the only tune I found from that concert live in Sweden. Yeah, some characteristics I found was, like fast bebop lines, free bop that goes kind of hand in hand with the chromatic patterns. Clarity, his technique is flawless. And he's also doing this thing, like he bends tones, like Miles, like goes down, just like Miles do. Yeah, that's where I start with Wynton.